It's a lot of rules
that you got to go by. But if you're just like not Jewish, but you still want to get into the promised land or do the right thing, you got like 6 general guidelines, like don't beat animals and
don't kill.
Right. It's like the pirate code or something. There's guidelines, you know. So I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah. No, I couldn't convert to anything because I'm not really claim any specific religion. I believe I believe most religions are on the right track. But to claim that one group of people and their set rules and laws have it all figured out is rather vain of humans too.
Like presumptuous.
Yeah, presumptuous and quite vain. You know, I mean, how about a little humility and believe that, hey, oh my gosh, we probably don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
But, you know, that doesn't mean you shouldn't have guidelines for how to live your life, in, you know, right and wrong, you know, the virtues of right and wrong and whatnot. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think God needs my money. You know, I don't think he needs me to be at a specific building at a specific time just so I can talk to him, you know. Is that when his hotline is open? You know?
So, not to spoil the holiday and the reason for us to get together and everything, but I was driving around today and I thought of a little rant.
Oh, of course.
Of course. My rant is over people that like drive around instead of walk. Like, I'm a busy guy, and that little walk I get from my car to my job or from my car to school or whatever, that's my moment of zen. That's what I get, you know. That's my. But other people, they freaking park in handicap parking, or they park in some manager's parking spot, or they freaking work in the building, but they park in the customer spot. And here's the thing about these people. Every time I catch somebody, I'm not saying I'm like, you know, it's like you once said, I'm no Adonis. I'm no Adonis. I'm definitely not. But every time I see someone, they're much more not an Adonis. They're like, they got more body fat than me.
More body fat. That's more breathing problems.
Exactly. Like more asthma going on or whatever. I'm just saying, maybe it would be healthy, and maybe you could find your zen if you park way the hell far away and walk to where you need to go and show up 5 minutes early so that you can do that. Not after. I show up 5 minutes early not so I can walk, but because I tend to get pulled over, not because I'm drunk, but because I'm a bad driver.
Your parking rant made me think about one of my rants. That would be the guy that drives around in the volunteer. It says volunteer on the side of his wannabe cop car. And he's just, in the town we live in, it's just one, there's only one guy. And he's a volunteer, he's an old gentleman. Gentleman probably is a harsh word for this guy, because I don't see how you can be a gentleman and do... He says volunteer on the side, and he goes around only and specifically trying to check on handicap parking spots, okay? People without the ticket or without handicap parking stickers should not be parked in them. But he goes above and beyond that. He volunteers his time to bust the chops of other old, handicapped, crippled folks that maybe they forgot to. They have the placard, but they forgot to put it up, or it's expired by like 2 days, and they haven't made it down to the DMV because they're fucking handicapped. Okay, and they can't just go down there at a fucking drop of a hat. Okay, but anyways. He volunteers to get his jollies off by busting the chops of handicapped people. And then every time I see him, he's not a cop. He's just a guy. He gets out of his wannabe cop car and he's wearing regular clothes. And he's just this old guy with a beard. And everywhere he parks in like fire lanes and in no parking spots. And I'm like, and every time I see him, he's always parked there, and I have to stop what I'm doing or where I'm going, regardless of time, and I scream at this guy, and I go, that's not a parking spot. The only one breaking the law here is you. And he just, every time he looks at me, and just, and goes off, like, I don't know if he's just trying to ignore me, or doesn't even actually comprehend, or what is wrong with this guy. But he's one of those things that just gets under my... I see him pass me. I don't even have to see him doing anything. He can just pass me in traffic, and I get fucking angrified. So, I just don't like... I don't know.
Very nice. All right,
his need for authority is what it is.
Need for authority.
This guy needs to feel like he has some sort of authority. He probably used to be a cop or used to have authority. Or,
you know, he's some Army veteran, freaking retired.
Yeah, he used to have some way. Most of these people that, you know, join the military and they want to gain rank is because they have no control over anything in their lives, and they want control so desperately that they'll do and be anybody they need to be to get that control over anything or anybody, and it's sad.
It's kind of weird, you know, like, because they say 1 in 4 homeless are Army veterans, and I would bet 1 in 4 other homeless, or maybe the same homeless, are former prisoners, former inmates. But I wonder if, like, former inmates try and go and get that freaking bullying handicap job. I bet not. Anyways, just theory of mine. I don't know if 1 in 4 homeless are ex-cons. That's just an assumption I make, because I feel like part of the reason veterans are is because we become institutionalized by, you know, having someone think for us.
By the man.
Where to go. Yeah, by the man.
By the man.
Anyways, I don't know how long. You know, it's a special occasion. It's doggone Gentile
Passover.
Passover. That's
Elijah
great,
hasn't showed up yet, so
not Elijah. The cat's watching for him though.
Good job.
Cat, he's all on that if Elijah shows up. But in the meantime,
is whiskey part of Passover?
Gentile Passover.
Gentile Passover.
You know what's not part of Passover? The pizza we ate earlier. You're talking dairy and bread, man. Bam. Oops.
Leavened bread, even. Yeah. Well, yeah. You can have unleavened bread, right? That's what, unleavened. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which means risen bread, right? So you can have flatbread, like tortillas.
Oh, okay.
Tortilla would be acceptable.
I see.
Or that's why you get the crackers. Crackers are basically bread that was unleavened, right?
Right. You're right.
Kosher.
The funny thing about this is when we started this, Max is like, I don't remember anything. He remembers the name of the thing that the rabbi asked him to find.
The Afrocoman. I believe it's the Afrocoman. I mean, I don't know.
Remembers all these details. With
well, I was sober there in Iraq, so I mean, I remember these things.
All right, but I think we're gonna end this right here. We've been going almost 20 minutes, and I might just post this on the freaking websites of Honeywood and Sea Ridge, and
see if they send us some. I mean, if they send it to me, that would be great. But I'm really saying this because Sea Ridge quite possibly is the best wine out there, and the price is good too.
No.
If you enjoy wine, enjoy Sea Ridge.
And I'll just put a note on there. I'm not drinking that. I'm drinking the Honeywood Oregon Blackberry wine, and it's delish. Some people say it's too sweet, but it comes in other flavors too. It's good stuff. So, till next time, this is Max and Chet signing off.
Peace.